Mondays. But really, yeah, it's Monday name, right? That's crazy. I don't know why you be one. That's crazy. You know, you might goes up here in these streets. Yo, this time being live on all platforms. Okay, so it's kind of dope having a discussion on Facebook, LinkedIn. Everybody can see me right now. Omnipresent. It's dope. It's dope. I'm trying. It's dope. Oh, I see.
But how do I make sure there's no feedback?
Oh yeah, no feedback. You good?
There's feedback.
You could.
I'm not sure how this is gonna work.
It's not. You're gonna have to hop off. You're not. It's gonna have to hop off. It's just okay. It's not. I'll share this live with 10 people. And telling you this live is literally gonna change. Get right into it, Jeter. Before we even waste people's time. I know it sucks. I know. For sure. Now, money and media rolls off the tongue. In the comments, do y'all prefer money and media Mondays? Let's let the audience decide.
Marketing or money and media, so we can finally get this. And today we're going to be talking about your business versus in your business and hear us go around the term often.
Yep.
And you might be like, you know what? Income producing activities versus minimum wage activities.
Yep. Minimum wage activities.
Yep. So we're going to get into that today. So definitely here. And yeah, come on, let's off, right?
All right. Hey, let's start with let's start with the beginning. Now, wanting to start a business, they're not familiar. Let's actually start where somebody's actually too much in it. Like they're like, I'm working so much in my business, I can't really, come home to my family in the business 70, 80, 120 hours. People like tucking my kids like maybe time with them for like 2 hours at a time. Like, so what the first step is actually work on your business is people don't have a team, unfortunately, right? The team essential thing that people need, right? So let me ask you this: what are some things you believe that people should have?
That's so ambitious. Because I actually talked about this. And I want to ask, what are the first, what are the 2 hires that you would make when you are do this transition right here?
Yeah.
Hires. And so I know the operations manager is one that will allow your time
I think when you're starting off in task out the door, but I think thinking about now that's a priority. Starting with inks first, right? Like, yeah, I would say getting the like maybe getting a setter, like things that actually run your business income. Because I think what is I'm working so much in my business to you know what I'm saying. So I think if we could get off of them and just focus on get and remember, if I walk away, will I make money? That's there to generate income. Then I feel like that will help people be able to feel people, because at this point it makes you see what I'm saying, like when you start with like it's always like starting with the end thing in the business besides marketing. You see what I'm saying? So like I think sales and everything up and running, then that would or that when it comes to just getting running, does that make sense? First hire, like I would just put the closer, and it costs you nothing. So it's commission based. So and then probably hop on over to like a project manager. Person only needs an operations manager when they're closer to the 100 million. I mean, not 100 million. Like I feel like if you're from like 0 to a half a million, assistant and a project manager, people that are really specific, but an operations manager, people that are more. You know what I mean? If you're making like, let's say, 300 plus or 400 plus, you know, operations manager. You see what I'm saying? Put that in. But it's still a great, like, I'm first.
I will say that when I was in it and I was reestablishing and hiring people that I established for anything I had established.
Right.
I currently don't have closers all the deals, but scaling, you do need more, not just building that process myself. Actually, on that, so I can remove the sales process.
Right.
And not centered around me. That the business can function and operate
For sure.
Me.
100%.
Involved in every process of the business. Super taxing. Oftentimes there's pressure. You kind of feel burnt out or whatever. Every aspect within your business in order for it to. So that feels like how perfect that. I do.
Yeah, it's pretty. Say it again.
You see that upside having a operation,
Mm-hmm.
you start to hire staff using these.
Absolutely.
What happens is, so you have the staff. That's a part of the operation.
Right.
You also have the clients or the customer. That's a whole other experience to handle.
Right.
Both sets of people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are, that's a lot, way. Like work this one time, the client side, the client experience, the internal team, you're setting them up to be the manager in the operation. And so that's a lot of person experience.
think that comes to have and people to manage the or your whole business. You know what I mean? A lot of time for sure. I say catch 22. You know what I mean? You're the only person there, and you hire what is the operations manager going to be doing? That's going to happen. You know, maybe executive. But if you hire a operations manager, then it kind of makes sense. 0 to 100,000. I as you're an executive assistant. You know, is if you hire them like an operations manager, like it's there to manage all the different, like we were saying, a new business owner or an executive or isn't even aware that they can have one. Maybe hiring an executive and a project manager. Then, as you hire an executive, maybe then I would hire maybe an operations manager that are in the pipeline. I can take away those admin or tedious. Doesn't matter which one decision, no matter what, because releasing or you're buying your time back.
Yeah, and that gives the hire before you actually need them. So you can hire in perfect luck. That's there, right? So say like you started like pre-sales team. You know, they can roll themselves.
Yeah.
In.
Yeah.
Mm. So now you are gonna.
Yep.
What is the big point also when it's in the hiring process are essentially in having to implement time.
Yeah.
But I know I'm pretty honest. We're going to see an increase. We're going to see an increase in our customer flow. So let me on operations person now just start setting the systems up. And now they're ready to go, and it's not that praying at the same time as trying to execute.
Right. I do preparation too. That's a great idea, manager. Like that would be a great time if you know that you're hiring like a huge team. It's a couple people. Then I would definitely. It's a lot to like, especially and we're a visionary to be an integrator unless you're a visionary to manage the team. So like what would, right? So I would say that I know you and I were like, yo, Marcus, I need to see operations manager can be your CEO. Thinking, out of preparation of how preparing your operations manager to start your business, it doesn't have to be the title CEO. Somebody actually managing your team and doing what CEO title is supposed to do in your business. So I feel like knowing that hiring having a social media manager, you're hiring or a video editor, like an operations manager to start hiring in preparation all those people. You know what I mean? So because I know I'm gonna have those people, I have the budget for them. It only makes sense for me to also hire an operations in that same process. And you would still have business manager because you would have to know that it's gonna have to manage this specific part, and other need to be managing this, and maybe touching on other release some of that time. time. Back my time. So I do in that regard. So let me ask you this: working on your business, since we talked about what business, so you can buy your time back. Like, what people can do to work on their business?
So, is definitely knowing the data and tracking the numbers. One of that, look like
Mm-hmm.
sales process, right?
Right.
How the prospects coming in, and what does that sell you?
Mm-hmm.
From first option, and ultimately being able to your sales for a lot of high teams and companies. We do recall or things.
Mm-hmm.
Sales calls, right? All those numbers, so you know where you're the success, and that is making want to be.
Right. On that, and I know you and I were talking offline, like even event stuff like that is important as well. Working on your business, right?
Way, and when your hours on hours when you're off this information.
Right. Sure. Minds and working on that you mastermind that you just like to just okay, I go to events from this one event, right? And for careful with information, what most entrepreneurs do, what is it? Shiny ball syndrome. Oh, what they do is, I can only go from my own experience, right? So what we do is we used to have a system that works. We will be doing webinars, we will be making money, blah 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 blah. When that new information, we completely, you know what I mean, and then do what that tricks, and then you go to another event and stop that. It's just signing object syndrome all over the place. I feel like even though that we also need to be intentional about and careful about the information that we receive. We may not be ready for the information. So at least currently, it might be great to still information. You can still put that in your vault and use it later. And I think sometimes working thing that can be now instead of later. Like a lot of people, I want to get this because I know what's gonna happen in the future. But like you see what I'm saying? So like I feel like that shiny where people are so ready for that, focusing on what's working right now. So like your business is important, you know. Like I feel,
It's so important.
yeah.
You take a lot of and
Mm-hmm.
you know, entrepreneurs, we don't do that. Just read and research things on our own and to
Yeah, I pride myself in learning something. I think my motto is just strive to be 1% better today than you like that's really where I kind of like anything is how you work on everything. So like specific motto is kind of like how I want to be 1% better. So like I gotta study my like when I'm trading, like I don't much as I used to because I'm not really so tapped into you know um, no, it's just something that I love trading. It's just right now I feel like there's supposed to be within your life, you know what I mean, specific stage in my life that I got like really known for, like type known for, right? Like, oh my god, that's trash. Like, so when I used to work at restaurants, I know your voice from somewhere. Like that type, that's a stage in someone's life. I feel like it's the same, and you're working on it. Like that specific stage, like that 0 to a million, you don't really know what to a million. You know what I mean? That's reached $1 million right past 2-3 years. That it, like I can attest that it's a lot of people don't know their ideal customer avatar. Working on my business, what's my ideal avatar? What? When I know that, so like if you're B2B, if you're B2C, you be on great. There's great areas in between, but like you know where your audience is, and that's kind of like why. Okay, what can I do better today than I can actually bring more revenue? And so I feel like that. That's just something. I don't think every entrepreneur operate. I feel like every entrepreneur works a certain amount of time, and then when they get to it, they wonder why they're decreasing in revenue.
Like you just said, like you just webinars and
yeah.
You know, one of my friends said that only got into a certain point of success, but he had on a different offer. And like feeling himself, like they hit the count. You tripping? You didn't do it before. You need to say it again because you're not doing this long.
Right.
Here, there, and everywhere. Like,
Yeah, like I remember our Instagram, right? Keep going. Instagram, like super famous on Instagram. 1,000 followers. Like I've seen him walk down the street. There's a person that travels like he's, you know what I mean? So, someone like that, but past he said, yeah, I've been running this web. I'm making XYZ amount of money there. I'm making XYZ amount of money. As soon as I tried to myself out of the business, and sometimes more than it helps, right? So like ours, you can make 15% business, but as soon as you put it on, as soon as you 15 goes to 5% convert, because you're personally not in it. Because a lot of people in ours, we know when it's a webinar. You know what I mean? Back in the day, in the early 2000s, you didn't know it was. So for him, he was like the business, more money in the business. I agree when you say, oh, some people just want to do this and want to do that and want to do that and do evergreen. I want to do it evergreen. I want to be complete on that regard. That's cool to a certain extent. Revenue drop 10%, and it's not a week 10. You're like, I need to get that was working. You know what I mean? So that some things are great, are not great at in your business. Like when you're working on my business meetings. Like I feel like meetings are just meetings with your team. Business.
Yeah, meetings with your team, absolutely.
I think that, yeah, like
especially when everybody's working in their
100%.
Electrify the space and really good energy to the group, so they can by themselves.
Exactly. I feel like when you have that meeting, you know how to effectively run meeting and making sure that your team is running going the way you want to. You will see a dramatic. Not only, and this is the reason why, right? So I learned this from talking about offline. She said when ignition program or you are running your meeting, morale of your business increases by profitability increases by 16. Your culture within your business, right? You know what I mean? Like, so when you're doing certain things and you're running, your income will increase off of one. It's like having meetings, recognize, like those are the ways we build it. You want to make sure that winning MVP of the week, here, or like sale of the month. You feel me? Things that if you do certain things like that, and then for sure, because people love credibility. There's nothing better than verbal recognition. Nothing like you're told you did well. Feels good. So like that's great.
I guess if you're still working, it's hard to kind of detach to something. Like if you see a team member do something, make a mistake, then you go in and correct it. That's you still working in the business, right? Like hands off of it and allowing that team improve it so that you mentor them or teach them. Do it myself.
Absolutely.
On yourself
Mm-hmm.
versus grow into that.
Exactly. I remember what happened when I had him, and I said, and for some reason we made. I have no idea what I said. Look at the recording. I it. No one really told me what exactly. I think it's instinctive. Like aren't of what they are not intentional on meetings to help better, and then that as you're helping your team, and then your profitability, your profit. And I don't know what happened. I remember how like it was that day. I think it was more like 10 or 12,000. We didn't do. I did absolutely how we did it, right? Still to this day, but this was the meeting. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the key. Made, I don't know, maybe a morale. So I feel like that's important. Those specific conversations with your team, having those days. Like I only have meetings every day, but I only have meetings like heavy days where I have meetings like 20. So I feel like let me ask you, as a business owner who's working wellness and as a part of that.
I think it's important to I mean we can look into his Walker. She died of hypertension. She was overworking herself. She was a self-made, millionaire. It was the first one to do it, but it's hard that she worked herself into a grave. We don't want to happen. I have a mentor who was only in my when he passed away. Maybe 3 hypertension, working too much.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would look at the way they're concerned about him and he works to take care of himself because he's not working anything quick because he's not as healthy eating, such as making or just not going somewhere that's going to at least give you some quality drive you into early heart health.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, and then that increases health, things like that, a heart attack, and it's a list. With all that, many
Right.
There are a life going and lost too soon. That old she had, what I'm saying? She wasn't like she's younger than that. In his late 50s, early 60s life,
Right.
At an age, it's important that we prioritize ourselves, show up for everybody else, whether it's teamers, whether it's potential different venues and things like that. You have to look into your business. That's not a place that you should compromise. It's extremely important to put you first. There's no you, there's no business.
Facts. Y'all heard it from the back. Better than that, honestly. I was said if there's no you, there's no business. For me, that just goes back to after you not here. Like there needs to be a live, like Apple. Steve is going.
Right.
That's the goal.
Also a unicorn. He came up like forever. It changed the world. Changed the decade. Like he higher industry and as a result of this smartphone, right? There was no smartphone, there would be no app. Network engineers creating these apps to make our lives. So it was just like a ripple effect. Like he really wanted, what I'm saying? People like that come around wondrously.
Right. But I think we need to have
entertainer.
Right. I think that people change the globe and exactly how we think to mindset that when we create a business, there needs, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like exiting in different ways. Like you can exit, great, but like I mean like business live on to you. Like that's something that most business create a business. Like most business owners for what they like.
People do talk
People don't really act on legacy. Like their actions. You know what I mean? Like think about it this way: a person only reads a half a book a year that acts on legacy. Do you see what I'm saying? About like most. But like, don't read. Most people don't further their craft. Don't like they expect. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I feel like if you're wanting to build a legacy, your habits every single day have to reflect that.
Habit. And I say this to myself all the time. Like, you know what? I'm gonna cut some stuff out, and I'm gonna just say.
I think you did.
Like, I have so many books I read them and say, I found a way because I was like putting for me. I'm not sitting down and reading these books on Audible because I have to like run while I listen to a book. While I'm cooking my food, like while I'm cleaning my house, I can listen to a book.
Right.
Another way to get it in because it's like enough time. Either it was in the beginning of the day to read at night is as
Right.
I'm trying to read the book. Yeah.
I think next call we should talk about credibility. Like how I feel like how an entrepreneur can be credible. You were talking about entrepreneurship, so I just kind of put that when like reading a book can make you more of an authority type of deal.
What's up, Howard? What's up, DJ? Good.
Next one we need to talk about that. People like from my experience, I don't want to talk at people because I'm not that type, right? When my people, okay? Oh, you got a book? You see what I'm saying? Like when you create a business, but not everybody wants to be an authority. I feel like every that's the thing. No, I said I feel like but not everybody wants to be an authority. You see,
They don't even know what that is.
this call we should talk about being an authority and being has to deal with scaling your business, things that you can do while your business is working in it. Like I feel like that being credible and being an authority, like within entrepreneurship, leader in your space. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm that specific thought leader in there. Like well, you need to be spoken.
Like I feel like I want to become more of a thought leader in my. See, I don't know if I'm even. I don't even think that I'm going to be a thought leader in. Like going through the motions of like getting to my where it like happens for me. That makes sense.
It does.
It's still in that big.
No, can you explain that to him?
So a thought leader is jabbing.
I'm weak.
What up, Bobby? I'm jabbing. Leader. Leader is one. A
Yep.
They are also thought leaders in me to transition into veganism. How to adapt this library in every medium that they have spare this information into information, you know. And so for forward thinking industries, like where are we going in 10 years to carve out that space and predict leaders that they become super big, some of them have books, some don't, some of them have impressive YouTube channel, a mass following online, or they have many media articles. So another example of a thought
Yep.
leader. Also, not only are they articulate, they can share this information, they can teach, live these experiences, and have found success to share about what they do for the sake of talking, but through their experience, because they've seen the success experience where they're teaching you, showing you that on various platforms.
I think a lot of people, what I've learned is that when you want to work on your business, you got to start, right? Like we were just talking about like promise, expectation, how to become an authority. I think we need to just start from the beginning as working on your business. I think we need to, you got to develop some principles within your business. You just want to run and make some money, which is important first. Yeah, I feel like, it's cool to get, but I feel like we also get the bread. We should come back and like money, or I'm making money, or money is coming that I need to do to on my business. I'm setting myself up for success in the future, creating that legacy later. I mean, you can't create a legacy without, you see what I'm saying? So I feel like
creating a legacy, though.
You said what are the basics?
Yeah, I'm creating a legacy.
I mean, there's so many, there's different ways to create legacies. Like you can create moral legacies, ethical. There's a lot of things that you can do. Like, let's talk about surface level of business. Apple, a way that you can do that, a thought leader, right? Like, this was a thought leader in his own right. You think of a thought leader. I think of a thought leader. I'm thinking more than I'm thinking about what they represent. Like, as a thought leader, you're more thinking they value what they and as a person and not as a company. I feel like your business there's two ways you can do it. You can either have on your beliefs can be bigger, or you can have it where your business without the owner, like a fixer. Like, that's a key thing that can actually have your business last and become the absolute basics. That's what I'm saying. There's two different ways, and you have to go that route. But if you start, when we come back and start over, the direction we want to go. Do we want to become a thought leader in this business? So, for example, most people don't know that I have a virtual assistant. It's a faceless business. This is a faceless business, but so currently brand-based business. We have people to know what social currencies is about. Getting some sales, then you back up and to, you have to think about which road you want to take, and then work on your business to work towards those. I feel like that's where um I would do if I were to start over and think about where I would go business. You see, in order for my business to build, like this is me. Thought leaders are how you use what they like. That's just like do you know Cynic? Is his name biggest TEDx speakers ever?
Okay.
Cynic, I can't remember his name. Values. He talks about his beliefs and what he believes in. More of the story about being a thought leader, at least in my personal opinion, to be synonymous. You know what I mean? You know who his name is. That's because here we go, Simone Sinek. Yeah, my God, that's Jay-Z doesn't have to be there in order for Beyonce will forever be known because she there.
But Beyonce not a thought leader. Entertainers can also have omnipresence, like because somebody is known, like a mentor as thought leader.
No, but I'm using that as an example though. All synonymous, like.
But that's not necessarily a
Thought leaders. I'm saying when I think of a thought leader, it's synonymous. Like a person, think of that. Like you think of that to think of that person. Like I doesn't have to be here. Like you brought up 19 keys in order for you to say it. Like he's becoming synonymous his name without him having to be in the room. Like that's what I mean. Like it's the same thing about the Jay-Z. They don't have to be in the room for you to say their name. But that's what I'm saying. Like you in the to work on your business, you type of leader, right? Work on your business and put things and to become that. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's how you come. Your legacy is longer than you, because now you're becoming synonymous in your space. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. So, like, what do you think?
Thought leaders are experience and profiles to move an agenda forward or social agenda.
Yep.
Right. As I said, like when I summed up what a thought leader is. But I was going to say that knowing that they want to be thought leaders. So, Lindsay, she does like Friday parking lot pimping.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, she's coming along behind me and she has platform from herself.
Right.
She started as going and creating her videos around different they call these topics in the news.
Reports. News.
No, like current events. She go current events, so she connects it to the black agenda. And she adds this poetic touch to entertaining, but she's also informing you.
Right.
And she started doing it without having any real system. She's creating, okay, now I have a Patreon page. Okay, now I'm getting management here. But she got leadership out there first to drive that black experience or an event.
Yeah.
You know, she's breaking down these very complicated and
Yep.
to play a day where us. Like here's the tea on this beer.
Important though, and what you just said, which direction you want to go, right? To the basics and decided, okay, which side, do I want to be a thought thought leader? Do I want and what I represent, or to not know? You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes it's not all about money. Like what I was saying before, usually you would go make some if it works and then come back to the basics. But in money, she did it for her, presented what she wanted to be known for. It was for her. The money was to give more information to the people, as much as I'm saying. So like monetary to be monetary. You know what I mean? Like eventually she had to create a Patreon, right? Eventually, right? In that regard, I direction you want to take, and as soon as you pick, is when you do the habits the way that you're supposed to. You know, so that's the key thing when it comes to building a business. Where you want to be, where you want to go, putting the people in place. You don't have to. You don't have to always be. You know what I mean? Like eventually, she's gonna have to put people. She already put somebody in place as a manager. She had to bring management in. And from there, you know, you work on. You work at. She probably goes to different events. She probably different ethnicities, different lifestyles, different viewpoints, and then portray it. So, about leadership style, then the right. So too, I think it's you can't really a leader need a leader without without them knowing what direction they want to go. You can have a direction without a leader, but you can't have a. See what I'm saying? So like, I feel like it goes hand in hand. So, but that's excellent. That's you see what I'm saying? I know you got something coming, and I know that we want to make sure. Yeah, I don't think y'all know, but I'm gonna be. You feel what I'm saying? Add Jeters to millions. So I want to make sure y'all know. You know how I do on these events. Let me tell y'all something. These events are not for the weak. These events. Wait. So the key thing, right, is that yourselves and your business here to help you all, right? On an Instagram live or on any lives that we're on. Sometimes you got to get in these rooms. You catch one form of information from a business owner or an existing business owner looking to scale, or make sure that you are getting into these rooms in order to the next level. So I strongly, and I may be a little biased because I'm right, but I strongly let's add a little recommend that you all take the meetup to millions. Like I want you to comment or DM the word millions. DM the word millions, whichever one you pray. And what's gonna happen? Actually, we'll be the first to get to see me. I said I'm a little biased, right? But you also get to see there's gonna be speaking. She's gonna be having amazing others. They're really gonna help you change the game. But it's not something to play with. There's a lot of people that's gonna be there looking for, right, looking for their business to be changed. And there's a lot more. We spend time, relationships, and that's the key thing. That's why you want to be in the room. So I'm telling you, never. Okay? This eventually is going to close. And I'm one of those people that, if you want, you got to be willing to change something. Dollars and expect to be the same person. Like this thing.
You can't expect to make money.
Exactly. Get a Ferrari, but you still feeling like a Honda. It's really like how that.
Miami to do nothing. Y'all come to eat at these little spots, these drinks to get these yachts. You can post that picture that everybody posts, hanging out in a bikini. To your business.
Mm-hmm.
You took the value from your business by taking it or something and not reinvesting. What we're offering you is opportunity, same environment, but also you're going to get back. And specifically, yourself in the room, in the venue, with the same direction as you. Not you seeing walking up and down the street on if you go run into somebody, just for you to find out that your cup of tea.
Facts.
Nah, they're going to do all those same things with you. We're going to talk about how to scale your business to $1 million.
That's important. We were just talking this whole call and what exactly it takes to that status. You're on the phone with people. You're not talking to people who are. We're not here for our health, right? Lives, and we're here to make sure that you all get it. We're not here to sell you on. We're here to see and identify to get out of whatever current situation to change their lives for the better. To get into the room, I swear to God, every time I'm literally 1 year and 2 months making, and mind you, we were making, but we didn't have the right. But last year in July, somewhere around there, I was making. As soon as I made that leap of faith into the room, literally later, we were able to 15x the amount of that we created, literally in 30-40 days. You ought to literally understand that it only takes one time to get into the room and change your life, and you think, right? So I highly suggest millions to me or to Jeter. Us will reach out to you to make sure that you. This isn't. We serious about this. So, Jeter, if you want to go ahead, say some last words. If you have new, holla at them.
A really good point, and that mindset around that investment on a mastermind, or when you, some of us look at that, and my gosh, I'm taking money, that's taking money away, like where I'm a pad time. People say, oh, not now, maybe later.
It's really
the ROI is crazy off of that one investment with him. Like,
mm,
so you have to think about it of it has to work where it has to work. I'm going to get some information and shake some hands and stuff for me. And I'm going to take this and I'm great. Right? So just invest the money and just keep moving. Just keep it going. You know, because we not even just our money, but like our time, you know, and on things that are not you, not even close to the same amount of result. You know, you can never go wrong by investing. Learn something, or you're gonna grow. All of it's the same. You know, like I was accepted. So I was not 10 because they need all their money in full to accept it. Like, yo, we need it. Damn. And I'm like, yo, it costs money. You pay it in full. But then I think about how much we pay to go to college or a semester in college.
way more.
So you can invest in going and you know, $40,000 a semester. And then people look at mastermind and be like, it's the same. Like, literally, you know, very symmetrically, right? A lot of times when you go into a mastermind, and hopefully you went to a school, I'm investing not only in this education, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to keep this to pay off. And that's the same with these masterminds. You know, don't this year without investing in a master. Only going to deprive yourself if you do not take that from people who are going to give you the information to speed up your success rate.
I heard it from the best. For the people who this is not for everybody. This is only for the people who ready. Comment or DM one of us the word you squared away. And so catch y'all on the flip side to do. And I know to work on the business. I feel like I've been on calls all day, but the work still.
Well, I need you to get some rest. I need you to turn them lights low. Relax yourself, man. Turn on some meditation music. Just zen out. Zen out.
Got you. I'm gonna definitely relax for sure. I'm gonna definitely do that. But family, I appreciate. I heard it from the best. Y'all heard Jeter's here. I'm here. Marketing, whatever she wants to call it. The days now. It's money and media, but I'm gonna just call it whatever it is. Back in action, and I will see you all on the next one. Eventually coming out with the podcast, so you got to check it out. All right, it's coming out. It's in the got a lot of content in the back burner, so out and help us to watch the video when it drops. I'm gonna peace out, y'all. Peace out. All right, Jeter. Good night, y'all. Yo, live. I appreciate you. We gonna catch y'all on this. Your boy Charles Slayer is here in the building.